I am more optimistic than I have ever been about the future and the future of the continent of Africa.
Vice President Kamala Harris forecasted strong U.S. partnerships with African countries during a pivotal trip this week as the U.S. and the world seek closer ties to the continent. The vice president is the highest-ranking and now the 5th administration official to travel to Africa this year, and her week-long tour to Ghana, Tanzania, and Zambia comes amid escalating tensions with Russia and China as both countries seek greater influence in a long-neglected region now open for economic partnerships. Speaking to a crowd of 8,000 in front of the historic Black Star Gate in Ghana's capital city, Accra, the vice president pledged continued U.S. investment in innovation on the African continent.
Together, we can unleash growth and opportunity that far exceeds what either the public or private sector can achieve on its own.
And Harris, who is the first Black, South Asian, and female vice president, called on political leaders and businesses to work together to empower African women and foster digital inclusivity. She honed in on that effort Wednesday, participating in a roundtable with women entrepreneurs and unveiling a $60 million joint fund with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation,
which, among other things, will address access, affordability, digital literacy, and gender inequality.
But the vice president also looked to the past, touring a seaside fort where enslaved Africans were held before boarding ships bound for the Americas. The experience moved her to tears.
So being here was immensely powerful and moving.
On Monday, Vice President Harris participated in a bilateral meeting with Ghana's president and announced $100 million in U.S. aid to coastal West Africa. She also attended a star-studded state banquet. Later this week, she will travel to Tanzania and Zambia. Another nation working to build closer relationships with African countries is China. But Vice President Harris told reporters her trip is not about countering China, but focusing on advancing U.S. partnerships.
The president and I had a conversation on this very topic, but the conversation was not about China as much as it is about the enduring and important direct relationship that the United States has with Ghana and with African nations.
President Biden is expected to travel to Africa sometime this year, though a date has not yet been set. Kellen Howell, Scripps News, Washington.